Right. Okay, it's at a GCSE level, you know, or very basic level. The general idea that when you, sorry, this is supposed to be multiply. The idea that when you multiply two negative numbers together, you get a positive number. That's just something that's taken as read. But if you go into the realms of complex numbers, you could actually sort of prove that a bit more rigorously. So, well, I'll just do it on here. So, on the Argand diagram, okay, this is that'll be -2, that'll be -3. So essentially, using the polar form, you'll have -3 equals 3 ei pi, and -2 equals 2 ei pi. So if I was just to multiply those two together, well, I'll just do it down here. Multiplying those two together, I'll get 6 ei 2 pi. And where's that? That's down on this axis here, say about there, 6. So you can see what I've done. I've produced two negative numbers, multiplied them together, and produced a positive number. Using complex numbers. So that's just how you prove that two negative numbers multiplied together equals a positive number. Right, so I assumed in the previous example that you're aware of what's happening here, that when you multiply complex numbers together, you multiply the moduluses, but you add the angles. So that's what I was doing in the past. But so you could also think of it in an alternative way to realise that when you take a complex number, when you multiply it by another complex number, you're actually rotating it as well. It'll be more obvious if you, I don't know, ei 2 pi. That's a certain complex number, which will be, I don't know, 2. That'll be up there. If I multiply that by ei pi, for example, then that would be 2 ei 3 pi, which will be out here. So what I've actually done, that'll be 2 there, and that'll be 2 there. So what I've actually done here is I've just rotated it through the angle pi. So in that sense, you could also think of a multiplication as a rotation. And if you're rotating it just by a complex number with a modulus of 1, it will just be a genuinely pure rotation.